the truth.
What allowed you to just come right in and be so comfortable?
Just putting in work before and after practice. Obviously I haven't been playing, so just trying to stay engaged with the team, just in film and being engaged the last 4 games on the bench, just trying to learn as much as possible. But obviously none of that simulates to live game action. But AD got me open. My first play I saw the ball go in, and your instincts take over after that. And we had a great stretch with us too, just working together. He got me open and able to see the ball go in. And it was a great game for everybody, and just to have the vets give you confidence, see their reactions on the bench. They build you up. And it was just a great 48 minutes of basketball that we all played. And, we got a long way to go, but, it was fun to, just get out there for the first time.
Some of the guys with the Warriors that joke that your confidence has always been high regardless, but hitting shots in the finals, does that take it to a different level as you continue?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the highest you can get, in this game, in the NBA Finals. And to have some success in the NBA Finals definitely helped my confidence going into the summer, and just my whole, mindset really just, knowing that I could, be successful at that level. And that was really the reason why I came here, because I understand that we have a chance to be special here, and I want to help as much as possible. And whether it's picking up a guy full court or hitting a couple big shots, getting guys the ball, I want to do whatever it takes. And it was great to get out there with my guys.
Coach Vogel mentioned specifically some of the playmaking that you did as well. How much are you looking to space as a shooter versus playmake, and when to do it depending on what the defense is showing you?
Your instincts take over. You just read. Obviously, people label me as a shooter, but I'm a point guard playmaker first. So I like to give my guys the ball. But I've always played with great players, so they demanded, double team, so much attention. I've always been able to hit open shots. And I know with this team, I'm going to have a lot of open shots this season, just playing with the 2 best players in the world. So it's got to be ready to knock them down and, just keep getting better, just keep getting comfortable with my guys out there, keep, being a coach on the floor, just being, a leader, vocal leader, and knowing what it takes to win. Since a couple of us, we won championships, a couple of us have had long careers, and we just want to keep getting better and keep building as a unit.
Last thing for me, I suppose there aren't that many guys that play next to guys caliber of LeBron and AD at the same time, but you have played with multiple All-Star MVP caliber players. So what did that teach you about just how to work off of guys that are going to take that much attention?
Just so much, just little spots where you can find, to be effective for them, helping them making the game easier for them. And like I said, I played with LeBron my rookie year. I played with AD all through high school, Team USA, and then also with the Pelicans. So we have a great chemistry, and we just know each other. And, like I told him today, it was a long 2 years, because, it felt like we were just in New Orleans a couple years ago, and now we're here with the Lakers. And we were flowing together, and it was fun. And like I said, just finding little ways just to help, the game easier for those guys, because they demand so much attention, and they're always going to make the right play. And it's just great to be out there with those guys.
Well, Danny, very important that you hit that corner 3. You didn't want to ruin the highlight, right?
Yeah, a lot of pressure on that one. Even nobody was, in 30 feet near me, but it's probably the most pressure I've had in a long time making a shot. But it was a great play. He attacked the basket like he always does, and defense helped. And my job is try to space the floor. So luckily that one dropped.
It looks relatively obvious that AD and LeBron attract a lot of attention. You guys space out. You hit the open looks that they give you. But what was particularly clicking about that tonight?
That's what they do, per usual. I think the biggest key or biggest thing that we've been focusing on that has been gotten better is defensively. We've been playing better. Offensively, we got to do better taking care of the ball. We did a good job of moving the ball and getting assists, but taking care of it and not turning it over. And obviously LeBron's going to be LeBron, AD is going to be AD. They're going to attract attention and put pressure on the rim and the paint. It's our job to try to give them the space, create space for them, knock down open shots, and take care of the ball.
What have you seen from AD as a playmaker so far in training camp and tonight?
He's very underrated in the fact that he's a really great passer. A lot of things in the skill set, and he's making plays. And Coach Vogel has done a great job of putting him in position to be aggressive, but also be a playmaker, not just for himself, but for the team. And he's taken on that challenge, and he's doing very well at it.
What unlocked the three-point shooters tonight? It seemed like you guys found a comfort level.
Of guarding them, you mean?
No, of hitting them, of getting the three-point.
We just move the ball. Good to great, finding open guys. And I'll say those guys when we're actually making some finishes at the rim, which we struggled in China. Puts more pressure on the paint. They have to pack the paint more where we have some open looks from the perimeter. AB got some good looks from outside. Myself, Kenny, everybody got some really good looks where we were moving and swinging it and making an extra pass for, a better shot.
LeBron's closing out to three and getting back in transition, basically throughout the preseason. Has that been a tone that he set just generally in practice? Have you guys felt that from him?
For sure, not just from him, but from, it starts with Coach. And Coach has harped on and emphasized on everything defensively, boxing out, rebounding in, and getting back in transition, especially against a team like that. And him being his leader, he's taking the challenge of leading by example. So we need him to continue to do that, and we need everybody else to kind of follow suit.
You've obviously defended against AD for a few years now and all that. What do you see that's different from him from now playing with somebody of the caliber of LeBron? What changes about his game and what he does?
Not much. He's has to be himself. Obviously, his option to do many different things and the more pick and pop. We have other bigs with JaVale and Dwight, but outside of that, he does what he does and continue to do that. And
it just gets easier to do those things.
It's easier for him to do it with him and other guys around. We have so many threats to where it opens up the floor for them where they can't really double or double as much. And if they do, they're gonna have to give up something on the other end, which is a great look for us.
What'd you see out of Quinn Cook today, making his preseason debut?
Looked great, man. Took his time, played at his own pace, got looks for himself and for our team. Some great looks, tagging the basket, drop offs to Dwight, getting in the paint, living in the paint, and instead of taking his time knocking down a jumper. We need that. He's a steady, playmaker and ball handler, and somebody that can push the pace and get us in our sets.
Let's wrap it up, please.
Tonight being Pride Night, what would you want to tell all the LGBTQ community that were here supporting you? Tonight being Pride Night,
Okay.
what you want to tell the LGBT community or the gay folks?
Obviously it shouldn't be one night to be celebrated. We celebrate all people on many given nights. So, they should be proud, and everybody respects, them as well as many other communities. But I guess I don't really I didn't know that it was tonight. I really didn't think about it much. I don't have a specific message, but, continue to keep fighting the good fight just like everybody else in every community and every organization, every category that is, trying to push forward to get, better opportunities or, more respect. So we respect them, and, hopefully in the future things will be better for everyone, including them.
He makes everybody better, he draws a lot of attention, and so therefore, and the result of that, we get a lot of open shots. Guys are making shots, making the right plays, so it's going to be like that all year. The more and more he draws a crowd, the more open shots we want to get, and we have enough guys and enough shooters where they can make plays from that.
Last year, your assists were about double from what the previous season was, and just wondered what part of your game in terms of the passing and finding teammates has evolved over the course of your career, and how much of that's always been in your game anyway?
Just making the right plays. I always want to get my teammates better, get them open shots, and knowing that I can draw a double team as well. And tonight, just finding the right guys. Guys who are in the right spots at the right time, and just trying to get them involved. Had some plays with JaVale where his man was helping over, and then guys cutting for the betterment of the team, and was leaving the weak side guy wide open. So I was just trying to make the right play.
Quinn Cook came in and hit a bunch of threes right away. Avery got going from three. What did you see tonight as the difference with all the threes going on for your teammates?
Like I said, we got a lot of guys who can shoot the ball. So therefore, any given night, we got guys who can get high from the perimeter, and tonight was Quinn and Avery. the game before was Zach. Brian hit a couple threes, so we got guys all over the roster who can shoot the ball.
Frank said the team struggled, or I guess suffered a little bit from the schedule overseas and trying to get your win back with the regular season fast approaching. What can you guys do in the next 6 days or so to try to get that conditioning up?
Practice. Obviously smart though. This game was, we just tried to just run. Anytime you got an opportunity to play at practice, use that for conditioning. And if you don't play, then fine. There's different ways you can condition. So we did take a little hit. We didn't get much practice time in China, but it's time is winding down, so we got to find a way.
What's impressive about this biasing you guys? This is the second time you guys all played together. What's been impressive about you guys, the group?
We're just playing together, playing for each other. It's going to be a fun year. The way we're moving the basketball, the way we're playing defensively, helping each other out. It's going to be fun, and we know, it takes all of us to win. We're trying to set a standard, right now.
You talk about making the right play, finding guys. Have you grown just in terms of feeling when that double's coming and understanding where guys will be, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, just trying to figure out, how teams play me. Knowing that a lot of guys like to come from the top, and I'm sending doubles. And then if I face up and go baseline, guys coming from the baseline, so usually the big right there open in the middle. So just trying to be patient, and when I make a move, not going so fast, and kind of almost letting the double team happen to get an advantage on the weak side. So just studying film and just knowing my personnel.
We saw LeBron and you run a couple pick and rolls. How has that chemistry evolved, and how much do you guys kind of work on that?
It's been fun. Like I say, the more and more we get practice time together, the more we learn something new about each other. He's a great passer, so when he come off pick and rolls or come off a down screen, he draws a lot of attention. And usually two guys go to him, which leaves me open, rolling to the basket, or a guy, shooter on the weak side. So the more and more, we get opportunities to be in a pick and roll, the more effective we can be at it.
Anthony, as much as you're obviously having a huge role this season, Frank was saying because of LeBron's presence and the depth around you guys that it feels like you'll be able to have somewhat of a lesser workload compared to other seasons. What's your perspective on that?
Oh, yeah, it takes a load off of me. I was joking with LeBron earlier. It's the first time in a while where, I can have 5 or 6 points, whatever it was, at halftime, and we were up 30. It feels good. Knowing that you don't have to do much. Everybody has a role, and when you have guys all over the board who can score the basketball, you don't need to do everything every possession. So it feels good to be able to just fit in. And when the ball comes your way, either score or pass it, and it's kind of been like that all preseason.
Last 2 questions, please.
What'd you see on that Caruso cut there?
Which one?
The assist to Alex at the end of the first half.
The one I got in a little mix. Nothing. I was just dribbling, and when I saw his guy coming, and I just saw a white shirt under the rim. Alex been doing a great job of cutting, and all the guys. Anytime a guy is getting his mix or in the post, we're doing a great job of cutting, and which is either going to open up the floor for a shot or a shot on the weak side. So, he did a great job cutting, and when I made my move and spent, he was right there and gave him a pass.
I know this is just the preseason, but what stood out about your first experience at Staples as a Laker, and either being introduced or any part of the game that stood out to you?
It was fun. Playing at Staples was definitely a great opportunity, man. To play under these lights and on this floor where many legends have played, it feels good, and I'm excited to play here 41 times, for the season, and then more in the postseason, and just try to get better every game.